In case you were wondering, what if you used that one blue tablet the game gives you and you didn't scan it? Well, when you pick it up, you get the blueprint for it. So you can't screw yourself that way. Just so you know, this looks like a big old room. What's going on in here? My. This must be the room. Let's kind of go around the periphery and check over there before we just take the plunge, eh? Do 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 do. Can we get up there? I don't think we can. We're confusing the game, thinking that we're actually in the water when we're not. Okay, so I guess it's time to just go in. Should we go in with the prawn? That might be offensive. It's probably smart, actually, to save. And the main reason I'm saving so much is because we've encountered so many bugs as of late, you know? Well, it looks like there's a platform here. Holy moly! It's you! You're alive! Thank goodness.
Are you here to play? Others came here once. They built these walls. They played alone. They bored me. Now they're gone. And instead, we have you. We are curious whether you swim with the current or fight against it as they did.
Well, we got an ion cube with us. We do. It seems like you need one. Wow, she's very large. Wow, what a creature. Can you imagine? Oxygen is not going down. I don't know if that's...
Detecting unusually passive behavioral patterns in nearby predators. Reason unknown. Unlike other alien facilities, scans indicate this location supports a diverse and healthy ecosystem. Explanation unclear at this time.
Well, it's probably something the... There goes a super peeper. Probably something she's putting out. There's a brain coral. I do believe your oxygen is supposed to be going down. I think we're experiencing a bug.
Water here is rich with a rare plankton-like life form which depends on the organic detritus produced by the ecosystem around it.
Well, good thing the aliens filled this place up, because she probably wouldn't be able to survive otherwise, would she? Where'd she go? There she is. Wow, there's some eggs. I guess she wasn't infertile after all. They're hooked up to this mechanism. How bizarre. Hello there. You're just hanging out? Okay. Sea Emperor egg. What a beautiful egg it is. Sea Emperor's eggs. 1 shell. Uncommonly strong shell lining. Organic growth on the exterior suggests these eggs may be hundreds or thousands of years old. 2 alien tubes. Alien devices penetrate the outer shell layer, likely designed to supply them with nutrients and to isolate them from the surrounding environment. 3 amniotic sac. Like many eggs on 4546b, these do not contain a nutrient supply, which is slowly exhausted by the embryo. Instead, they exist in a form of natural stasis, awaiting appropriate hatching conditions. 4 fetal organism. There is a high genetic match between these organisms, and the Leviathan in the vicinity. They appear to be stable and healthy. It is likely that the ideal hatching conditions for the eggs vary considerably from the ideal survival conditions for the parent. Well, that would be a way of naturally hampering competition, now wouldn't it? What have you got to say about this? Anything? Oh, she just wanted to watch me. I hope she's not going to get upset. Well, insert ion cube. Let's do it. Do you have anything to say about this?
My young need to hatch, to play outside this place. We have been here so long. The others built a passage to reach the world outside. I asked them for this freedom, but they could not hear me. If you help us, I will give you freely what the others tried in vain to take.
Okay. So maybe they just couldn't hear you. Maybe because they are sort of unnatural beings. Maybe that's why they couldn't hear you? I don't know. We need another ion cube for this. I don't have one. I have one up the Stalker. The Stalker? The Aquarium Arch. I have one up in the prawn suit. Scans indicate this arch was left inactive when the facility was abandoned. It likely served as an access point to the surface of the planet. It's much too small for the Emperor to pass through, but would accommodate smaller life forms. I suppose her children. Well, let me check the panel. I'll be right back, okay? Something else to scan here. Incubator. There we go. Hatching enzymes. Here we go. This is going to be important. The Emperor specimen's eggs are attached to some sort of incubator. In a normal life cycle, it seems likely that sea emperors would have buried their eggs in shallower waters where different organic materials in the soil would have triggered a hatching response. The incubator suggests the aliens had resorted to developing artificial hatching enzymes, which would stimulate the egg's natural hatching environment, but were unable to discover the formula. With extensive information on the sea emperors themselves, it may be possible to fabricate an artificial hatching enzyme using indigenous ingredients. However, the only surviving source of that information may be the sea emperor itself. Yeah, what can you tell me about that? That would be... Can you tell me anything about it? Let me go get an ion cube. I'll be right back. It's a big old tank. Of course it would have to be, but it's still very confining for the likes of this graceful and gracious creature. I could not imagine being, trapped in here. Now you're gonna have to do a kind of an alley-oop to get out of here, but not that way. This way. There we go. Hey, I'm here.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Could you kneel down for me? Thank you. I need an ion cube. I'll just take them all. And notice none of our resources are going down. It's magic. We just stay here with her. Everything will be fine. We'll just stay under the sea. But we do need to hatch the children. That's a definite. Maybe when I power this arch up, she'll tell me more about what we need to get. Let's power it up. Now they can get out when they hatch.
You've opened, my young can leave this feel the time is right and break free of their shells. This is what the others could not force from me. To you, I give the secret willingly.
Hatching enzymes. Oh, yeah.
Blueprint acquired.
So this is what we've been saving things along for. When I've said, you're going to need that, take that, just trust me. This is why. Okay. We're going to need, I'm going to pin this. We're going to need an eye stalk seed, a sea crown seed, a fungal sample, a bulb bush sample, and ghostweed seed. Fortunately, this is going to be very simple for us. Out of curiosity, let's see where this takes us. Let's save it. We are going to have to do some traveling, though, because, well, we do have a fungal sample already, but it's back at the Safe Shallows base. Where is this? Oh, this is the quarantine enforcement platform. See, here's the moon pool. Yeah. But remember, the fungal sample actually comes from the mushroom trees. So, one of the transporters in here took us right to the mushroom forest, remember? So that'd probably be the quickest way to get that. All right, I'll be back as soon as I get the enzyme. You wait here. Our Lost River base has everything else growing right out in front of it. If you obviously don't know this is coming, you're probably not going to happen to have all these things. It's not a big deal. Just means you'll be going back through the world in various different ways, and that's fine. There's something about this place that is really taxing the graphics card, because those fans just spun up like crazy. And hopefully you can't hear that. Hey, look, more ion cubes. So, in case you haven't put 2 and 2 together yet, the ion cubes... What am I talking about, the ion cubes? The hatching enzyme will cure us of the Kharaa infection, and the young will go about through the planet, you know, repopulating 4546b with sea emperors, and therefore fortify the environment here. Although it should be said that the sea emperor compound suppresses the Kharaa. It doesn't technically destroy it. Now the bulb bush, is this the bulb bush one? No, this is the mushroom one. Good. The bulb bush is a perishable sample, so we want that. That's one reason why we planted it at the base. The fungal sample, however, is not perishable, so we just jump up here and we get us one. I do have one back at the base, Safe Shallows base, but we are at an inconvenient... You have to slash this thing. Okay. That is not perishable, correct? No. I got that way back when, if you'll remember. Now, the rest of the things are available at our base at the Cove tree. Now, the Cove tree is a little less convenient, but still not bad, because if you remember, one of the teleporters takes you to the Lost River. So we'll just take that one. Now, I know the door is in this crevice. Let's not... Okie doke. So we have one thing. The rest of the things are growing in our garden. So I guess I'll meet you at the Lost River base, where we conveniently have a replicator. Or a fabricator. And we can make the stuff. Alright, while we were here, I had this overwhelming urge to work on the base just a little bit. I wanted to build a bedroom, and I got thinking that maybe the thrum of this reactor, which, by the way, is still at full power, might be a good place to sleep. You know, it might lull me into sleep. So I've built the quilted double bed up here and put some windows around. It's not fully decorated yet. I may want to spend a little bit more time here later, but I at least wanted to show you that I've got a place to snooze now. We can sleep here if we want to. Get a little rest in, because it is tiring going around hunting up all these ingredients. All right. So with that done, I think we'll save it. And we have one more ingredient to get, and of course that's the bulb bush. We happen to have one growing right there. And let's just go out the main way. We're okay on food and water, but let's just top up with a little lantern fruit. This is finished, so might as well get it. Throw the salt in here. I'm going to keep the water, actually. And we will say adieu to our base for one more time. We'll see ya. See ya. All right, back outside. One more ingredient. Actually, we're not saying goodbye to the base, are we? Because we have to make the enzyme. Dagnab. Let's get us a sample. Now, this is perishable, so that's why it's kind of handy to have a bulb bush growing near a replicator. Why do I keep calling them replicators? Fabricators. Let's do it. This is a big moment. Hatching enzymes, an organic substance derived from plants found in the Emperor's natural breeding grounds, designed to trigger a hatchling response. This, my friends, is our key to survival. I'm going to go ahead and save here, and we're going to head back and hopefully not get lost. You know, I know that we won't get lost if we go through the lava zone. You know, that might be a thing. That might be a thing, you know? Do we want to make it difficult? Do we want to see if we can do lava zone with just the suit? Might be a neat little challenge, mightn't it? What scan have we not read? Sea Emperor's life cycle. Available biological data has been used to synthesize the effects of the alien bacterium on the Sea Emperor's natural life cycle. This creature likely lived and moved in small herds across the planet's ocean trenches, coming to the surface to feed off huge volumes of microorganisms in shallower waters. Family size would be strictly limited by available food supply. Offspring would likely split off at a young age to form their own herds elsewhere. Given their sparse population, mating and egg laying was likely infrequent, perhaps a once-in-a-lifetime event. The species likely had a preferred environment for egg laying. In fact, successful hatching may depend on such conditions. Given the rarity of this event, it is impossible to calculate those conditions precisely. There is no evidence to support the assumption that all members of the species were immune from the alien bacterium. Even if this is so, there is evidence that introduction of the bacterium decimated life on the planet, and this would have had a catastrophic effects on the Emperor's food supply and survival rate. The symbiotic relationship between this specimen and other life forms likely developed as a direct result of the bacterial infection. Those life forms which learned to keep the Emperor alive survived with its help. This may explain the vast tracts of lifeless ocean in a rough perimeter around the Emperor's location. So, that explains the void, I guess. In a way, am I understanding it correctly? I don't think we want to go the lava way. That's actually kind of a really long way. It's not that far back, because we have to go through the inactive lava zone, then get into the lava lake, and walking in the lava is detrimental to the prawn suit, so I think that's actually a non-starter. I finally got rid of that little random grow bed I had over here. Zoop. Now, here's the sea dragon skeleton. Man, there's a lot of resources here. Don't get distracted. I don't remember what all we need for the rocket. Complete optimal playthrough, we would have built the launch pad. But we didn't. So, the waterfall in question that leads up. Do we have the Cave Alien Arch? Yeah. There we go. It's this way. This is why we use beacons, people. Not just because our memory it might not be 100%, but because it's dark down here. And there's no map. I'll wait on the jets to recharge and see how far up we can make it. We have the grappler, so we don't need to worry about it too much. Use that momentum. Grapple. See? Now we can just hang on here. The jets recharge more slowly, but they do recharge. A perfect jump here probably would have got us up here, but we didn't. Wasn't perfect. We're not perfect. What can I say? You can use this to kind of scoot across the ground super fast and then boost yourself up using that momentum. Here's a good place to recharge a minute while Mr. Weisenheimer comes and knocks us off the log. Story of my life, people. Story of my life. It's okay. And I do love that they put this behind a waterfall. That's just too cute, ain't it? In we go. So we're in good shape. This sea lady is going to be super excited. That's all I got to say about that. Wait, let's not take the shortcut. We might get tangled on a route. So, of course, if you had not surmised, the two main goals of this game are survive the infection so that you can turn off the big gun and then use the rocket ship plans to get off the planet. Those are the goals that the game expects you to set for yourself, and those are the traditional win conditions. Have we got room in the... Wait a minute. There was a scan here, wasn't there? There is. Ion Cube Fabricator. How did we miss this? I guess I was just too excited. This device appears to be the origin of the raw mineral that forms the base of the ion cubes, which power smaller alien systems. Likely drawing power itself from the main thermal plant, this device may represent an almost limitless source of energy. Super cool. Wait, it's come back. Thank you. Looks like I need to repair the prawn suit, doesn't it? I'm gonna do that. Come on, suck it up. There you go. We've suffered some damage. So let's give her the good news. This is a big moment, people. It's gonna make you feel better. It's gonna make you feel better about your life, for sure. Okay, well. We're prawning it, I guess. Should I just leave it up here? I feel like this is a great area for this thing to get bugged out, don't you? And we just won't save. Guess what? I've got good news. Our oxygen's going down here now. I'm thinking maybe we were experiencing a bug earlier. Because everything went up to full. Water, health, food, oxygen, and just stayed there, remember? I don't remember seeing that before, but the brain core lets you just stay here forever if you want to. Okay, here we go. Oh, look. It's the little ones. They're okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, better scan. Come on, scan, 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 scan. There we go. We're gonna go see Mama. How sweet. Little babies. Did we get a scan of Mama? Is she scannable? I don't think so. So this animal is kind of the linchpin of all life here. At least since the Kharaa infection. Now they're going to greet Mama. She's probably telling them to go. Through the door. Right out that way. I need some air.
My young are swimming for the shallows. I thank you. Their freedom is my end. What will it be like, I wonder, to go to sleep and never wake up? Perhaps next we meet, I will be an ocean current, carrying seeds to a new land. Or a creature so small, it sees the gaps between the grains of sand. Farewell, friend.
You're most welcome. It was a privilege to have met you. It really was. I often wonder that myself, viewers. What is it going to be like to go to sleep and never wake up? You ever think about that? Do you have thoughts about that kind of thing? Let me know in the comments. I think I'll stay with her for her last moments. And these bubbles are important. We probably should scan them. I don't think you can. Well, let's touch it. This is the cure. Self-scan.
Self-scan complete. Vital signs normal. No remaining sign of bacterial infection.
Hey, there you go. I don't know if it's if there's like a sequence trigger. If my going through here will trigger her demise, or if you can just stay with her. I don't know. Kind of want to stay with her. And I suppose we have things to do. Now that we have been cured, we have a choice to make, don't we? Let's go through the gate, because we're not going to go on through the gate. Let's just go through it and see where the hatchlings ended up. Everything's going to be fine. Here they are. So here they are. They're releasing the concentrated enzyme. You saw that one releasing it. And this will slowly but surely, or should slowly but surely, cleanse the planet of Kharaa. And you notice there was a warper there. Now that we are not infected, we are not going to be attacked by warpers. Because their whole thing is quarantine enforcement. We don't need to be quarantined anymore.
Oxygen.
It's convenient this dumps us out right next to the space gun. And there's the Aurora. So yeah, these little baby sea emperors will ideally go forth and replicate, reproduce, and just keep making more Enzyme 42. And so see, they're just pumping out a lot of it. So the ecosystem of 4546b will be saved. However, the Kharaa cannot be allowed to escape this planet. It cannot. So I've been doing a lot of thinking. The normal way this game would progress would be for you to go in here, and now that you're not infected, you can go in here and turn off the gun. Then you build the rocket, and you can leave, because once the gun is turned off, you can leave. The problem is, there's no way to know how long it will take for the Kharaa to totally be eradicated from 4546b. Until that time, it would be a really stupid idea to turn off this gun. It would be a really stupid idea to turn off this gun. It is incredibly selfish of Riley to leave the planet. Turn off the gun and leave the planet. Incredibly selfish to do so. So I think the choice I would make if I were in this situation, especially, here's a warper, I'll show you what I mean. Especially given that, see, he just leaves. We now are so self-sufficient here. The only choice is to stay and monitor the Sea Emperor progress to ensure that all traces of Kharaa are wiped from the planet. That is the only choice that you can make. That is not selfish. 100% selfless. And I believe that's the choice that we are going to make now. You can see their bubbles are still going out. I think they've gone on now. See, are you interested? Nope, not interested. So I'm going to go through and show you how to make the rocket and everything, but I'm actually not going to leave. That's my big surprise. I'm not even going to turn off the gun. My character is just going to stay here for the rest of his life. And now she has passed away. I do believe that you have to go through there before she finally lays down. And she's not quite gone yet. I'm going to give her the news. I've decided to stay and watch after your babies, so that this planet will be okay. It'll be fine. And I'm not going to turn off the gun until I'm 100% sure that this planet is safe. You can rest easy knowing that. Thanks for everything. Bye-bye. So I'm going to go get the Cyclops and get all the way back to the surface. And that's where I'll meet you next time on Let's Play Subnautica. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for everything. Thanks for your support throughout this whole series. There's only going to be one part left, and that's going to be where I show you what you need to build the rocket in case you want to build it and go off. Of course, that's what I've done on previous playthroughs, and that's the intended goal of the game, but I've just been thinking about being more selfless in real life and how that would apply if I were in this situation like where Riley is now. Thanks for everything, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.